Ambassador Zexhai of the Cretherian Empire clicked her mandibles nervously as she observed the human diplomatic entourage entering the Grand Assembly Hall. The humans were peculiar creatures, she mused, but what truly baffled her was their security detail. Every other species in the Galactic Council brought armed guards to diplomatic meetings. The towering Zelkanian warriors carried plasma rifles that could vaporize a small building. The insectoid hive minds deployed soldiers with acid launchers and razor-sharp appendages. Even the peaceful Etherian philosophers brought ceremonial energy staffs that doubled as formidable weapons. But the humans? They walked in with guards who appeared to carry nothing more threatening than small communication devices. "It's insulting," growled General Takmar, the Orcanian military representative. His scarred hide rippled with indignation. "Do they think us so weak that they need no weapons to defend themselves?" Ambassador Veltara of the Synthetic Collective's optical sensors whirred as she focused on the human guards. Curious. Thermal scans indicate no concealed energy weapons. Electromagnetic readings show no plasma charges or particle beam generators. They appear defenseless. The human delegation took their seats at the circular table that dominated the hall. Ambassador Sarah Chen, Earth's primary representative, smiled warmly at her galactic counterparts while her two guards, identified as Sergeant Martinez and Corporal Williams, positioned themselves behind her with military precision. "Perhaps," whispered Ambassador Zexhai to her aide, "the humans are more naive than we thought. Or perhaps they're supremely confident in their diplomatic skills." The meeting proceeded through standard protocols, trade agreements, territorial disputes, and resource allocation discussions. Everything seemed routine until the Draconian hegemony's representative, Lord Vixtor, made an unexpected announcement. "The hegemony withdraws from all previous agreements," Vixtor declared, his serpentine features twisting into what passed for a smile among his species. "We have developed new advantages that make cooperation unnecessary." Before anyone could respond, the Draconian guards moved with lightning speed. Energy weapons materialized in their clawed hands as they aimed at the various ambassadors. Simultaneously, hidden Draconian soldiers emerged from concealed positions throughout the hall, surrounding the entire assembly. "A coup," Ambassador Veltara stated with mechanical calm, though her defensive systems immediately activated. "You will all remain seated," Lord Vixtor commanded, "while we discuss new terms more favorable to those who possess true power." The various species guards tensed but found themselves hopelessly outgunned. The Draconians had clearly planned this ambush meticulously, bringing overwhelming force to what should have been a peaceful diplomatic gathering. All eyes turned to the human delegation. Ambassador Chen remained remarkably composed, though her guards had subtly shifted their positions. Sergeant Martinez, a compact woman with steel-gray eyes, exchanged a barely perceptible glance with Corporal Williams, a tall man whose casual posture belied the alertness in his gaze. "Interesting strategy, Lord Vixtor," Ambassador Chen said calmly. "Though I'm curious, have you researched human diplomatic protocols thoroughly?" The Draconian leader hissed with amusement. "Your species brings unarmed guards to council meetings. What is there to research? Your naivety will make this transition simple." "Unarmed?" Sergeant Martinez spoke for the first time, her voice carrying a hint of dark humor. "Who said anything about being unarmed?" Before the Draconians could process her words, the human guards moved. Corporal Williams pivoted and struck the nearest Draconian with his bare hands, a precise blow that should have been ineffective against the alien's armored hide. Instead, the soldier crumpled instantly. Martinez simultaneously engaged 3 enemies, her movements a blur of calculated violence. The assembled ambassadors watched in stunned silence as the 2 humans systematically dismantled the Draconian forces, with nothing but their bodies as weapons. Williams caught a plasma bolt in his bare hand, literally caught it, the energy dissipating harmlessly against his palm. Martinez leaped impossible distances, her kick sending armored Draconians flying across the hall. Within 60 seconds, every Draconian soldier lay unconscious or worse. Lord Vixtor found himself lifted off his feet by Corporal Williams, who held him effortlessly with one hand. "You see," Ambassador Chen explained to the shocked assembly, "humans don't carry weapons to diplomatic meetings because we discovered long ago that we are the weapons." Ambassador Zexhai's voice was barely a whisper. What are they?" "Enhanced Williams replied simply, still holding the struggling draconian lord. Genetic modifications, cybernetic implants, neural interfaces, and decades of training that would kill most species. We're what you might call living weapons. But why hide this? Demanded General Thokmar, his earlier bluster completely gone. Martinez smiled, and for the first time the expression carried a predatory edge. Because diplomatic meetings work better when everyone feels safe. When other species bring their weapons, they feel secure enough to negotiate honestly, but if they knew what humans really were, they'd never attend meetings at all. Ambassador Veltara concluded, her processors working frantically to reassess every previous interaction with humans. Ambassador Chen stood gracefully, smoothing her diplomatic robes. Precisely. Humanity learned early that sometimes the best way to keep the peace is to be so overwhelmingly capable of violence that you never need to use it. Our unarmed guards are more dangerous than entire battalions of any military force in this galaxy. She gestured to the unconscious draconians scattered around the hall. We prefer diplomacy, trade, and mutual cooperation. But when someone threatens that peace, she shrugged elegantly. Well, you've seen the results. Lord Vixtor, still dangling from William's grip, managed to croak, the other species, they'll fear you now. Will they? Chen asked, addressing the room. We've been attending these meetings for 3 years. Have we ever shown aggression? Have we ever threatened anyone? Have we done anything except work toward mutual prosperity? The various ambassadors exchanged glances. Despite their shock, they had to admit that humanity had been nothing but collaborative and peaceful in all their interactions. We don't want your fear, Chen continued. We want your friendship. But if anyone threatens the peace of this council again, they'll discover why human diplomatic guards don't need to carry weapons. As the draconian forces were restrained and removed, Ambassador Zexhai approached the human delegation. Your species continues to surprise us, Ambassador Chen. We certainly hope so, Chen replied with a warm smile. After all, the best diplomacy happens when everyone knows exactly where they stand. Now, shall we continue with those trade negotiations? The Galactic Council never questioned human security arrangements again. More importantly, no one ever again tried to disrupt a diplomatic meeting where humans were present. Some threats, the Council learned, are far more effective when they remain politely unspoken.